Well, speaking of Pokemon Legends ZA, obviously we got the chance to play the game at Pokemon Worlds. Jaleel unfortunately could not join us. He had his own stuff going on. But
happens.
Yeah, where do we want to start with Worlds, boys? We haven't talked about this. I mean, we literally hadn't had a podcast since before Worlds.
What a trip.
Man.
Wow, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Let's start with day one. So, I was the first one. No. John, you were the first one to arrive in Anaheim?
I was the first one because I ended up going to Disneyland the day before.
Ah, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Disney,
So
Disney.
And then I went
was
to
the first one there.
I went to the Pokemon Center, and I think
my
Raph had
God.
just gotten there, but Raph didn't have the day one reservation because he's from the UK and they hate him.
Unfortunately, it's the truth. It's the truth.
It is
Love
the truth.
love
It is
me.
the truth. It's the sad truth.
Yeah.
But I'm standing in line for the Pokemon Center, and I'm like the third guy there. Like, I show up decently early. There's supposed to be like the 200 creators who get in for Pokemon Center. I'm like the third guy in line. The fourth guy right after me, he looks like vaguely familiar, but I don't know where he's from.
This story is so funny.
Yeah, and he
It's
turns
so
to me and he's like, hey man, I don't know anybody here. Nice to meet you. I was trying to make connections, and I was like, oh hey, nice to meet you. I'm JPR, and he says, oh yeah, I'm Saikuno.
Crazy.
I was like,
You know,
there's no
Am
way,
I
dude.
tripping?
Tell
you-
Jalil who he is. Tell Jalil who he is.
He's
like
a top 10 streamer. Top 10.
Yeah, like in the
Overall.
world.
Oh, okay. I think I've seen this guy before. Yeah,
He was a big
yeah.
Among Us guy. I mean, he's with like
Yeah.
Ludwig and XQC and all
This
those
guy's
guys.
Toast and all them. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's
crazy.
streaming right now. What the
Wow.
heck?
He was so incredibly nice though. I was blown away by how nice he was because like I told him like what kind of videos that I made and he was like, "Oh, you cover like the core games? That's so cool because like my favorite Pokemon was Ash Greninja and he's gone." So, like, do you think Mega Greninja is gonna be in this game? Now the answer's obviously yes, but you know, I'd be like, oh yeah, I think so. There's a solid chance he's gonna be in the game. So yeah, he was super fun to talk to. Everybody was very nice that we met at Worlds. But I come out of Pokemon Center. And there's Raph standing outside, and I link up with Raph for a little bit, and then we had a funny interaction out there. There's one guy who came over to me, and he saw me holding the Pokemon Center bag, which hang on a second. Hang on.
Oh my God, what happened? This guy, well, in the meantime, Zach and I didn't get there until day after. I was already in Cali, but I was with some other friends. Zach, his flight got delayed. It was a mess. It was a mess.
I had to go in my closet for this, but this was the trip that I bought at Pokemon Center. I needed a rain jacket,
baby.
and this fit the brand pretty well. It's too warm in here to wear this during the podcast.
So
but
good.
It looks
Yeah,
good.
bro, that's clean. That's clean.
And
Team Rocket merch
yeah.
always
Anaheim
looks so
hat.
crazy.
Anaheim Crest was crazy.
Okay, they had some. Looks like they had good merch. I saw like some of the pictures you guys had. And it looks like all the merch was pretty solid across the board.
I have to say, it was very needed, this convention center, like how big it was, because you could tell in Hawaii, with as many people as they had there, they were struggling for space. I mean, the
So
Pokemon
many
Center
people.
itself was like a 20-30 minute walk away from the actual
Oh,
world.
bro, we'll talk about the Pokemon Center. Wait, explain what the funny interaction you had.
So
when
the
you were out
funny
with Rob.
interaction, we got off this there for a little bit, but funny interaction, Raph and I are standing outside, I'm holding my bag full of my Pokemon Center merch, and he's like, dude, how did you get into the Pokemon Center? It's not supposed to open until tomorrow. And I was like, I'm a YouTuber. I got to get in today because it's like all the content creators. And he looks at me and he says, oh, are you Philly Beats You?
It was so random. I had
so
to
random.
When I heard that, I
That's
paused and I was like,
crazy.
wait, what? It's too funny, man. Too funny.
I was like,
Jeez.
have you watched a Philly Beats You video? I'm clearly not him.
Well,
Most
That's
random.
actually insane.
Uh,
Boy,
I mean, not even in the ballpark, dude.
honestly. But then wait, I just remembered that was the same day that you did arrive, Hybrid, because I was wearing the red top and you and Zach both arrived late, and then that's when we went to our reservation.
oh, okay.
Yeah, so you guys weren't delayed,
Either ways, we were late.
Later,
we had
later.
reservation. We had a reservation at the same time John did. I just couldn't make it because I was with friends, and
That's right. You and Zach were supposed to be be there, but you came in late and you couldn't make it. I remember
Yeah.
that. So tell the people what happened after
like
Creator
2
Hour.
hours.
Because Creator Hour is pretty tame.
Oh my god.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'll get it started. Yeah, all right. Do you want me to do it or you go?
Go ahead.
All right, so we've linked up. We're like, right, boys, let's go over to the Pokemon Center. We're chilling. We meet up with another one of our friends, Richie, as well, who's from the Pokepod. So we're in the line, and they're like, okay, we're getting people now in for 3:30, and bearing in mind our reservation's at 4 o'clock, and we're like, oh crap, it's starting to get to 4 o'clock now. When are we going to be able to get in? 15 minutes later, or maybe half an hour later, they let us in. Half an hour. I think it was roughly half an hour mark. Put our bags away, and then inside of the Pokemon Center, there's 4 different sections, and each is like in relation to a start.
We need to give context. When John and the creators went in, they just walked in.
Yeah,
like
straight.
if I'm not mistaken,
they let us in, and there was nothing else really to it. Like
we had a line outside. Then once we got through the line outside, we thought we were smooth sailing. Then we got to this, what Rap's talking about, these 4 different lines. It was Bulbasaur, Pikachu, Charmander, Squirtle. And then we were initially in the Bulbasaur line, and we thought, all right, it's going to go like Charmander, Squirtle, then Pikachu, then it's going to be Bulbasaur, and we're going to be smooth sailing.
And when you get to the event hall, where they have those big statues set up, it's like a massive empty space, like where they have the Pokemon Center set up. When you guys sent the photos to the Discord, I didn't even recognize it because it was like shoulder to shoulder filled up with thousands of people.
No.
So we were in the Bulbasaur section originally, and then they called up to say, right, you're moving forward now. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe the Bulbasaur section is now going into the actual center, when really they're like, no, we're just moving from one starter to another. So we went from Bulbasaur to Pikachu. And bro, absolutely crazy. Like, everyone's like hoarded together, and we're like we're not really squished, but there's hardly any space.
There was the most blinding yellow light I've ever seen. How do I do this, bro? You won't understand. It was a direct yellow light right into our eyes.
Let me see if I can find a photo.
It was so crazy.
It's like when you're at a concert and they have like a light show going during the concert, and like the spotlight goes like right in front of your eyes, but it stays there.
Yeah,
and he's not wrong about it. He's not wrong about it being a concert, bro. They were playing Bad Bunny.
Pokemon Center.
Zach was like, I feel like I'm in the club, because he had to put his sunglasses on to see if it would help him like deflect the ray that was going towards him, and it didn't work.
When you guys were in line, did they give away the skateboard? Did they like call? Maybe it was just for the creators, because I was in line with the creators, like getting into Pokemon Center, and they were calling names. They were like, the following people will have the opportunity to buy the skateboard. Not you get the skateboard, you have the opportunity to buy it. They were not even letting people actually buy the skateboard if they wanted the skateboard. You had to like just go randomly get drawn for like
That's how it is on Pokemon Center, like the website too, I think.
And you'll never guess who they drew to win the skateboard, or to have the opportunity to buy the skateboard. Jaden Animations. She wins everything.
Jesus, bro.
Wait, so this is different.
Granted, I don't know her last name. If there's somebody who says that's Cap, it was Jaden somebody. I'm assuming it was Jaden Animations. I don't know any other Jaden content creators, but yeah.
Wow. Yeah, man, we were in that queue. We didn't get, so our original slot was for 4 p.m. We didn't get until 6:30, bro. We just.
I remember because I was gonna meet you guys for dinner afterward, and it was like 8 o'clock, and I was like, "Where are you guys?"
I'm surprisingly the only one that had signal as well. The guy from the UK manages to use the eSIM to have signal. I'm like, bro, we're gonna be a while. We haven't even got in yet, and then I think. I don't know
and then we got in, okay? We like once they let us in, they pretty much let everyone in. They gave up with the system. It was weird because I think they missed every slot. So it's just like, all right, they just like let people in.
Yeah. They're like, it's already chaos. Let's just unleash the dogs.
Just let them go.
It was straight pandemonium. Now, granted, I want to preface that this is like day 1 of Pokemon Center, and apparently, like, as the days went on, the Pokemon Center did get better and better.
Makes sense, yeah.
It was like they gave us like 2 different shopping bags. You're going to need this, and like run, right? And I just thought, okay, I can like casually walk in. It's Pokemon Center. Only Pokemon fans will be here. We're good to go. We can buy whatever we want. It's not true. It's not. No. It's not true because it's. Listen, it's not true. Like, my thought process, right? I'm gonna jump ahead here. My thought process is these are all people that came to World, so we should be fine. We shopped for like an hour ish. We got into line. The guy behind me, I was chatting him up, and he was like, "Yeah, I just came here for Pokemon Center, man." I'm like, "What do you mean? You bought
Oh yeah. I remember that guy.
you bought a World's ticket for Pokemon Center?" And he's like, "No, I just signed up for the Pokemon Center alone." And like he didn't come for Worlds.
There were several people who I talked to who were like, I just drove the 2 hours down from San Francisco
that's
or
what he
whatever
said to us.
go to Pokemon
He
Center.
drove. Yeah.
Welcome to Scalp City. No doubt.
Not even joking. I think
to resell.
I think 30 to 40% of the people were just scalpers. It's actually crazy.
I saw some of their bags. Bro, the amount of stuff they had in their bags, I was thinking, you're either rich or you're going to be getting some of that.
I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked at all, just because like any events I've ever seen like that are like events I've been to that not even Pokemon related, but just thinking on that scale, Pokemon, it's the biggest franchise. Like, hey, this is exclusive stuff to this year. We got and it's in California.
The people that were like day one posting on their Twitter, like, I just bought all this merch. I'm reselling it to whoever's interested. Like, there's no shame. Yeah. There's no shame in scalping anymore. And you used to be publicly ostracized for it. Now you just do it, and people are like, oh yeah, it's just a fact of life, I guess.
Yeah.
Bro,
it's actually mad.
When the girls gave us the bags and they like told us to run and like, you know, go inside, we ran, and I swear to God, I don't know if it was Raph or Zach, I could hear people being like, grab whatever you can. I told these guys, and we were just cheesed. I mean, there's people like, out there like, just grab whatever.
On the bright side, they at least had way more merch this year than they did last year. Like, I think by the time actual day one
Honolulu's merch was kind of crazy, though.
It was kind of crazy. But I think by the time actual day one rolled around last year, I heard that a lot of the stuff had already been sold out, and it seemed like like this year that they did a better job like having a wider selection of merch. They gotta go on Amazon and they gotta buy those $6 crowd control barriers. They gotta do something, because this is the one area of Worlds, and they did a great job this year. I'll give Pokemon their flowers. They did a great job with Worlds. It was a well-ran event for the most part.
It was really good.
The one area they've got to improve on is Pokemon Center. Pokemon Center is the most like just annoying, most disorganized thing every single year.
People are grabbing, bro. Yeah. It's a fight. It's not a fun time.
I don't know what you even gotta do. Like, dude,
old grandmas are like, you know, like getting like, it's not good, bro. They're getting shoved. It's not good.
See, I don't know if you just make it a single file line and you go down and you go to like an assembly line and you just grab what you want, and you have like I don't know, just put like a cap, put like $1,000 cap on what you can buy. Like surely if you're a regular person, you're not buying more than $1,000 worth of merch, okay? Like that's not a crazy take, right?
That's another thing. When we were going out to the checkout, there were a couple of like marshals there that were going through people's bags to ensure that they weren't scalping or at least buying duplicates of selective items, because it says one of each. And I remember when I got the cap that Hybrid's wearing first before him and Zach, they were like, "Oh, where'd you get it from? And I showed them, and bro, there was like a literal like 3 families going through all these caps trying to get one. Hey, you get this one, you get this one, you get this one. And I said to him, boys, you need to grab that now before it's gone, because even though they're restocking the shelves, you don't know if you're going to be able to
That's
grab
how
it.
it was with the baseball jersey. The baseball jersey I knew was going to sell out in like the first hour. Like even among
I couldn't get it.
Bro, when we got there, all the Arcanine shirts were gone. This is the best I got.
And the Pikachu plushies. I wanted the Pikachu plush and the jersey. They're all gone.
The baseball jersey, they probably only had about 40 or 50 of. It was not a lot. Like,
whack.
That's sold out
moves.
instantly.
And like, mind you, when like the actual Pokemon Center itself, it was designed very well. It was really nice. It was like good eye candy. It was just like I don't know.
Did you notice that the merchandise, or like not the merchandise, the jackets and like the apparel and whatnot, it was labeled TM123, which is Surf in Scarlet and Violet. Drip. I was like, it's like a hello fellow kids, but I like it, you know?
They had a lot of those. They had like album covers that were like really like...
It was really creative. It was really creative.
It was really good.
They even had the beach house that was signed by Masuda himself.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw that.
He always like leaves like a secret autograph somewhere during Worlds, so it was cool to see that.
But But like, yeah, we couldn't like. There was some things that I couldn't get. So like, the second or third day or whatever, like Gator had his time to go, and I asked him, "Can you grab me this?" And he got me like some merch that I couldn't, because they had like set merch for day one, and they said it was sold out. It was just sold out for day one, and then like next day they had to restock. Yeah.
Okay, that's good at least. That's good.
That's
Shout out to Gator, of course.
Gator. Oh, let's talk about this guy. So like that day was basically Pokemon Center, and we were all like, "Man, this is kind of tough." But then the next day, we met up with other people. Gator was one of the big ones.
We got Gator, we got Dobbs, we had the content call in the hot tub. It was amazing.
Yeah. Gator fits right in with us. It was like, I don't know, it was so nice.
We were thinking, we were like, oh, we hope we can spend some time with you, bro. We don't know where your hotel is, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, actually, I booked this hotel. And
it's
blah,
so
blah, blah.
funny how we all ended up staying on the same floor of the same hotel.
Yeah.
Oh, he ended up being in the same hotel as us, which was even better. We're like, bro, you're gonna come down for breakfast? Yeah, I'm gonna be there in a second. I'll see you soon.
Well, going back to the scalper thing, which we're actually gonna jump ahead a few days to our meet and greet, if you guys don't mind. So first of all, the meet and greet for everybody who came. Several of you were Rocket Radio listeners.
This guy still got the label on the hat.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, yeah. So,
okay.
If you guys don't know, they were giving out these pins that Hybrid show them again. Show the pins again.
Yep.
They were giving out these pins. They had this pin rally thing. The Murkrow one, that is kind of like, it's the second one there that Hybrid's pointing to right now.
Yeah.
The Murkrow pin was creator exclusive, and you could tell who was creator by their badge. They had like a little blue QR code on their badge that nobody else did. So
I'll grab it.
If you get creator badge, you also get like 10 Murkrow pins every day.
You got it?
So there's a very limited supply.
Hide the QR code. Hide the QR code. Don't show the QR code.
Don't show the QR code. Oh my god! I'm blurring that out.
It's expired now. It's expired, bro.
No, they said not to show it, man. They already said this.
We'll blur it out.
Oh my god! This guy
giving it away.
So basically, since you only get like 10 per creator, there's probably only about, what would you say, 2,000-ish of these Murkrow pins, probably, like around that, because it was 200 creators. Maybe a little extra because some people were able to get more than 10. Like if you went back every day, you'd get some more, but I'm sure some people didn't. Like I didn't get any till the last day. I was like, I'm not interested in doing the pin stuff.
No, I ran my stock every day. That was crazy.
And so, I don't know how many people attended the event, but it was probably more than 10,000 people who were there. Like, that's a conservative estimate, too.
That's a very conservative estimate. I think there was way more.
Maybe 20,000, 30,000. I have no idea.
I'm going to look it up.
I genuinely can't tell. I don't know
over the weekend, I reckon maybe 20,000 plus.
Yeah. So, basically 10% of these people, give or take, are going to get these Murkrow pins. So there was a lot of people trying to get them.
25,000.
25,000. So less than 10% of the attendees would get these Murkrow pins and complete the pin rally, right? And so people were trying to get these things any way they could, and they knew they'd be the most valuable pins. A lot of them ended up getting scalped before the tournament was even over because they just wanted them that badly as an exclusive thing. I feel bad that I'm sitting on one right now because I was like, sure, I'll take this one home. But anyway, we had our meet and greet on Sunday during Pokemon Go finals, thank God, because if it was during any other finals, I don't think anybody else would have shown up. I was getting mad anxious behind the curtain. They took us behind the curtain.
I was sitting there,
and they were like,
I'm sitting there.
They're like, sit down here for like 10 minutes, and then we'll take you guys out for your meet and greet, right? I'm like mad anxious back there.
On top
John was sitting there.
Yeah, I'm sitting there like this.
You go first.
And I'm like,
I was like, oh, John's sitting there and he's got his legs crossed and he's like this, and I'm like, John, you okay? He's like, yeah, man.
Yeah, my body language was probably off. I was like,
John Anxious is really funny because if you talk to him, he sounds the same. It's just his body language is changing.
Okay.
I was so nervous.
I've never seen him anxious until that day.
I was so nervous that they were gonna pull back the curtain, and I was like, oh, there's 8 people in line. Like, I was like, they're never gonna invite us back ever again. And Then the lady came back like a minute beforehand that we went out, and she was like, okay, here's the rundown. We're going to give you this amount of time with each person. You're going to have like roughly a minute, like, you know, maybe a minute and a half basically to get through each person. You have an hour, and you hit the maximum. You have 40 people. When she said you hit the maximum of 40 people, I felt this wave of pressure just leave my body. I was like, okay.
You know he did, because the moment the first person came, he started yapping. Like he was just, you know, back to himself, yapping his face.
Everybody else that was doing meet and greets were like, Nate wants to battle, or Jaden Animations, or
really big creators,
Alpha Rad. I mean, like huge content creators. And so then it's like, oh, Rocket Radio, like we're like this compared to everybody else, you know. So I was like, oh my god, I really hope that we actually have people show up for this, and the people showed up. Thank you guys so much to who did.
However, it's not just that people. One sec before you get there, I think this gives context to what you're going to say. It's not just that people showed up. We had one person, like Austin. You know, we're friends with Austin, and he was in line. I think an hour and a half before.
Hour and a half, and he was one of the last people in line.
He was one of the last people in line, and there were many people cut out.
Yeah,
many people
there were a lot of people
line.
who tried to get into line for our meet and greet who did not make it. And so if we didn't see you at the meet and greet or didn't see you afterward, we're sorry. That's
apologies.
Yeah.
We didn't know it was going to be captured to come that early.
And we didn't. And one thing we didn't realize, like, I'm jumping ahead again, but there was a group. One of us realized there's a group of people. Like in hindsight, realized there's a group of people waiting for us.
Yeah.
I think it was Zach. He said that there was a group of people waiting for us outside of our meet and greet. But the way
I didn't realize this. I walked away, and Zach was like, "Yeah, there were fans waiting."
I didn't know either. Yeah.
The boys said, "Yeah, we're gone. Bye."
It's not only that we had the max capacity, we had people waiting for us too. But unfortunately, hey guys, next year hopefully you guys can make it. We'll be there again. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Hopefully, we have another meet and greet, and there'll be another opportunity. And next time, we'll all stay behind after the meet and greet to get to people who couldn't get in line.
That's dope. Yeah.
But Leo, it's really unfortunate that these guys didn't make the line, because there's some people that shouldn't have been in line, Doc.
So like I said, there was a maximum of 40 people, and most of them were actually our fans. You know, they come up and they'd be like, "Oh, good morning, JPR," or "Zach, what's your favorite league?" or whatever. Like they would have talking points, or they'd be like, "Oh, I listen to Rocket Radio. This is my favorite podcast." You know, something like that.
Sick.
There were maybe about 4 or 5 of those 40 people who kind of came up, and they didn't immediately gravitate to any of us. They never had anything to say about the content. They just got their autograph, got their picture, and then they were like kind of nonchalantly at the end like, "Hey, by the way, do you guys happen to have any extra Murkrow pins?" And that's when we were like, "Get out of here, bro.
Get out of here, Buster."
No.
They tried to be slick.
That's not what happened.
We were nice. We were nice to them.
We had a few Murkrow pins left, and we laid it out on the table for knowing that people will want him. Right?
The business card. Yeah.
But it was very unfortunate that we had actual fans who didn't make the line because they were like people trying to get Murkrow pins.
Well, we didn't realize it until, again, hindsight. Like we traded with these people, we gave them the Murkrow pins. And then only afterwards, when we debriefed,
I think there were a few people that came by, and I think like this was during the meet and greet. Still, I think Hybrid. I remember looking at you, and you were like, "I think that guy was just here for the Murkrow pins."
I feel like I caught it relatively quickly, and I can even like now I know exactly who they are. I can list it, but like. I mean, okay. It was one.
Whoa! We're not gonna call them out. Maybe they listen to us now. Maybe they listen to us now.
No base.
But okay, well, we can talk about the cool people.
I know who you are.
We can talk about the cool people. The guy with the shield on plushies. He was cool.
That guy was cool.
And he said he listens.
The guy with the shield on. Hold on. There was a guy with 4 Shieldon plushies in the Bastion, or was it
he held the Bastion on, and he gave the rest of us all Shieldon plushies, and we posed for a picture with him.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about that guy is he was in like a viral video. I don't know that video, but there was like a mini protest happening outside of Worlds, okay? And he was in, like, someone was filming opening booster packs in front of these protesters, and so some content creator gave him a booster pack, and this guy pulled an Umbreon, like prismatic one, but a really sick one. I forgot
crazy.
what. But it was,
that's
it was,
dope.
it
Yeah,
was,
there
it was
were
the
dudes
best
out there with
pull.
picket signs who were like, "Oh, excuse me, sir, do you have a minute to talk about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?" Like that kind of thing, you know? Like it was a little weird sometimes, but yeah.
There was the guy that had the 3DS.
The
as well,
3DS,
really cool.
and
Oh,
he actually emailed me, or he emailed my agency, and they sent it to me afterward. But he emailed me the pictures of what he took on the 3DS with us, and I was like, "That's so cool." When he came
Yeah.
up with a 3DS, that was the coolest thing I saw all day.
He like
That's dope.
vlogged
That's
worlds with
cool.
the 3DS, bro. It was so sick.
Yeah.
That's
A
nuts.
nice guy. Really nice.
There was the uncle who didn't know us, but his
Oh yeah, he was like,
nephew knew us.
I don't know you guys, but my nephew
Yeah.
watches you, and he wanted me to come say hello to you. So
Yeah, that was
that's
really
sick.
sweet.
That's
That was really
sick.
sweet. Yeah. There's a
Yeah,
bunch,
we had a-
man.
we had
I'm trying
a-
to, like-
the guy
Had a
from
lot of
Korea,
wholesome
the guy who's like, I flew all the way from Korea to meet you guys.
All right, that's the one I didn't want to talk about. That's the one.
Wait,
That's-
what?
What?
The two.
There-
There was two of
those
them.
those two are scalpers, bro.
You think he was a scalper?
Because Zach,
I thought he knew us. I thought he knew us.
No, he didn't. He
No.
didn't. He didn't know anything about us. How?
He gave him the card.
Julia,
That's not hard to say though, because I guess anyone could be like, if I'm just from a different country, and hey, I came all the way to see you guys.
Bro, Julia,
Hand a pin over, bro.
They couldn't. we first of all, we're a podcast channel. Second, like we're right. You need fluent English to understand what we're saying. And half the time, we're not even speaking.
I'm checking
English,
our
we're speaking
analytics
gibberish.
after this pod. I'm gonna see how many Korean viewers we have.
You do that. Go do that. Because
I'll check the demographic now.
They couldn't speak proper English, so in my head, it's already like flags are going off. Like, how do you watch us as a podcast? Because they didn't talk about us individually; they talked about us. Okay,
English is
And
a
then-
second language is a thing, bro.
Listen, man, that's one thing, right? And then, like, you know, they also asked for the pins. Okay, and then also when we had our business cards, and when I passed over Zach's business card, which looked like a trading card, and they're like, oh, promo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that part.
I'm like, all right,
I just checked. There's no Korean viewers on our thing, bro.
Oh
Yes,
no, we're exposing them.
yeah.
Maybe they're using a
That's what
VPN.
I'm trying to
Maybe they're
say.
using a
I didn't want to
VPN.
say it, but like,
That's so funny.
Here I
Oh my
want to
God,
tell a
boy.
story
Yeah, I
about
remember
these
that.
wholesome guys from Korea, and you're like, they're scalpers.
That's
it
so
was,
wanna make
those two,
someone-
it was those two and then two other ones, but we're not going to get into that.
Yeah.
Mm.
There was like
Oh,
one
yeah.
other guy too. I think it was 5 people.
Oh,
Actually.
really?
I think it was 5
Okay. Maybe I didn't collect the last one. Okay.
Which is
yeah,
good.
we
Dang.
should.
Unfortunately,
We should put that
only
forward.
40 people make the line, and 5 of them had to be people who were
We
just looking
should-
for Mercury pins.
Next year, if we get a meet and greet, I want to talk about like, there should be like a password. You know, like they should be able to like.
Oh,
if you're a
yeah.
true fan, you gotta
Ooh.
like,
Like you
this
gotta
to
say
get
like
into the line.
"Hail Giovanni" or something to get in the line.
Yeah, that'd be sick. That'd be sick. Just like who the true viewers are. Do you know the
Yeah.
password?
They know who we are. Yeah. Oh no, we met
Yeah.
a lot of wholesome people. They were very kind. They had a lot of kind words for us, and you know, it was nice to just interact because I've done meet and greets before, and I think this is the first time you guys have done it in person as well. So I was happy that you guys got to experience what it's like because I know sometimes it can be a bit nerve-wracking and stuff.
Sorry, for context, I have to interrupt you. It was John
done.
and Zach's. It was John and Zach's meet and greet. I got added last minute, and then last minute we asked if Raph can join, and so all 4.
We just kind of yoinked Raph out there. We were like, "Come on."
Yeah.
Brit-
No,
British
that's
power! British, but no, it was good though. I mean, you guys obviously were having doubts, like, oh, I don't know how it's going to be interacting with people
Not
in person
me.
like this. But well,
Oh, I
you're-
didn't have that.
I like interacting with fans. I thought it was super
Yeah.
fun. I was just nervous that we weren't gonna have that many people, and they
Yeah,
were gonna
yeah,
be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"We're
No,
never
I
getting
feel
these."
that. I feel that.
They were like,
you
"We're
know
never
what,
gonna get
Raph?
these bums a meet and greet ever again."
You know what, Raph? I take it back. I think I went in with very heavy judgments about how this was going to go, just in worlds like meeting creators and fans in general.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember you
honestly-
hybrid. You were like, "Oh, what if these guys
Yeah.
just don't touch grass? What if they're all just weird?"
No, I mean, but fair point. From just like our
It is
day-to-day
possible.
comment
It is
interactions. Yeah, I can see why
Yeah,
you would say
yeah.
that.
But it
Oh,
was
nice.
actually, and I told Steven and Kelly this too, like, dude, it was so wholesome. It was
Yeah.
incredibly wholesome. Like, just
What's
I'm
dope?
telling
even
you, man.
between
I love it.
between the creators and the fans, it was like I'm not someone who looks for recognition or like cares about anything. Like, but when you do hear that, like, oh, you made a difference, it's nice. And just seeing people and just talking to them just as people, like this isn't like how it is online. People are there, like fans or creators, whatever, and they just talk to you as people.
It's
that
easy to forget
so nice.
how big that number is when you're looking at it every day. Like you see the subscribers, you see the views, of the videos, and you're just like, Amy, the numbers are looking good today. But like you forget that each one of those numbers is a person until they come up to you and say, "Hey, I love your videos. I watch them every week, or I watch them, you know, when going to bed or whatever." Like that means so much. That is like actually the craziest thing.
Just to bandwagon on that a little bit, I'm gonna fast track it a little bit forward. But I participated in one of the side events for TCG Pocket, and during this whole event over the 3 days, I was interacting with so many different people. Some people recognized me, some people didn't know who I was. That's totally fine. But there were 2 occasions where I battled an opponent, and one of them said to me, "Oh my god, you're the Pokeref. I watch your videos. I can't believe I'm battling you. Blah blah blah. Oh my god, well deserved win." And it was so wholesome. And then there was this Japanese couple, and their English wasn't the most fluent, but they managed to hold a really good conversation. And they were saying, "Oh, what you're a creator? What do you do? What do you do?" And I said, "Oh, I make Annie-Poke content. Obviously, I'm an Annie-Poke fan." And then they were like, "Oh, Annie-Poke candy. Yeah, we'll come back to that later. We'll come back to that later." But they're like, "Oh, Annie-Poke fan, blah, 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 blah." And they were like so happy because they were talking about obviously Ash Ketchum's left the anime, and they were talking about the new anime Pokemon Horizons. And they were like, "Oh, it's so nice to see it was so nice to see people still talk about the anime after he left." But it just goes to show, even during Worlds, all I was doing was just playing a side event, and you meet so many people, so many connections, and no, it was really, really wholesome. And that again made me realize that even though we have these channels and have numbers to our name, we still can interact with people that are just as kind and friendly and down to earth as you'd think they are when it comes to like even just playing a side event or even just having a normal conversation. So shout out to everybody that have done that. It was really nice.
That's dope. I mean, at the heart of it, like we're all just fans of the same franchise. We're just on 2 different sides of it, right? We just go a little bit outside of it. We talk about it, we play it, we showcase it, and things like that. But I think those moments is what really like it just transcends. We're all fans at the end of it. But I think it's funny because, like, you know, I know you mentioned like all this, like these moments are wholesome. It's like, oh man, you know, watch your videos. Yeah, man, thanks so much. Now take this L. Let's play. Like, trying to go back.
That's true. The guy that recognized me as a fan, I won my match against him. But for the Japanese guy, he killed me.
Dang, I know, bro. Unsubscribed immediately.
He eliminated me, bro. He eliminated me. I know that was.
He was like, the Pokeref ain't shit.
literally.
But I also want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to the guy who came up to me. I think it was after the Wolf Glick match on the big stage, and he just kind of saw me, and he did like a double take. He was like, "Wait, are you JPR?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Dude, I don't have anything like crazy to give out, but like here, I'm giving you like these Mario patches," and he just handed them straight to me.
Oh, that's sick.
And I was like, "Oh, these are the 2 guys who I actually use in Mario Kart the most." So like, what a happy coincidence, you know? And that was awesome. I love stuff like
that's
that.
Sick.
Cool,
Yeah. Raph, no, like you were mentioning how like, you know, there are a bunch of people who I interacted with just like simply who didn't speak English all too well, but even just not knowing the language, you were able to interact with them, and it's just cool. The amount of wholesome interactions you can have with them. So
exactly, man.
it was Worlds was crazy. Like I felt so inspired to do content. Like I went there and I felt revitalized. Like this is what I'm making content for.
Me too.
Like it kind of clicked. Like after all these years, I kind of was reminded as to why I'm doing this, what I'm doing this.
Yeah.
It was really nice. Even Shofu, who he tweeted saying, "Man, Worlds is lit. I'm going back to the studio to make more Pokemon songs or whatever." Yeah. So it's like,
very motivational.
Next year we got Pokemon XP, even bigger.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy, bro.
I think it was a needed thing that had to happen because like Worlds has become such a big event that it's not even really about the World Championships itself as it is just
we didn't even talk about the stadium.
Pokemon Expo, you know?
We didn't talk about.
No, I was also going to ask is like the stadium, seeing like the final match. How was that?
The esports arena was super cool. I mean, it was.
Wait, real quick.
A real Pokemon battle, bro.
Shout out to the guy who gave me this for a Murkrow pin, bro. We had to trade the Murkrow pins.
Wow.
Yeah.
And like someone gave me.
We were supposed to trade pins, but some people were like, "Oh, I don't have any more pins to trade," so those give you like random stuff.
I thought the guy was genuine. I'm like, "I'll just give it to you." No, man, take this All right, cool. So
I think
people give a lot of
you
cool.
guys remember Joe's and the gelatis, right? Or the gelatis, whatever they called them, the ice cream place.
Oh yeah,
So,
Joe's.
I
yeah.
was walking home to the hotel, not home. Obviously, not walking North Carolina from California. But I was walking to the hotel back from the venue on the last night of Worlds, and I came to a stop, and there were people next to me and their Pokemon stuff, like crossing the street. And I reached my pocket, and I'm like, oh, I still have like 8 Murkrow pins in my pocket. I'm like, I'm gonna feel so bad if I go home with these. So I took them out of my pocket, and I was like, hey, did you guys get Murkrow pins when you were at Worlds? And they freaked out. They were like, oh my god, we just left the venue and we thought we were never gonna get these. They're like a shiny Pokemon coming out of the grass. Like, it's absolutely insane. So
funny.
that was fun.
Oh my god, there was when you'll see this in Zach's video, maybe, I don't know.
You're spoiling his video, bro. Are you serious?
No, it's not, it's probably not going to be in this video. Actually, it's probably not going to be in this video.
Jesus.
Listen. All right, freaking this guy Rap. I've already complained about this like 5
Why are you
times.
baiting this out, bro? Why do you have to bait this out?
No, you're so stupid. Look, Jaleel, right? There's a little.
That might be the loudest Rap's ever been on this podcast.
You're gonna make me blow the roof off in a minute.
This little kid came up to Raph and he's like, "Oh, I'm looking for Murkrow pins. I'm looking for Murkrow pins. I got you, bro." Really wholesome, right? Super nice of Raph. And this guy's like, thank you. You made my day. Best day ever. He runs to his parents. His parents come asking for Murkrow pins. Raph gives them one more, and this guy's freaking. It looks like. Okay, and then am I cutting out?
A little bit.
You're good now. Yeah, you're good now.
Okay. I'm
we get the
sorry.
picture. We get the picture.
The kid looks like he's gonna cry out of happiness for these Murkrow pins, and then the family goes and asks Zach for one, and I'm telling Zach, don't give. They're scalping. They're scalping.
Like the kid gets one, and you're like, okay. Then the parents both get one, and then they're gonna go ask Zach for more. You got 3 already.
Yeah.
At that moment, I didn't know what to do. I was just overwhelmed.
Raph was just overcome with happiness. He was overcome with happiness. He's like, here, take them all.
Raph was ready to give another one. I had to stop him.
Yeah,
like Zach only gave one. Raph gave 2, and he was ready to give another. You gotta stop being nice now.
Firm up, man. Firm up.
Let me tell you something, yeah, bro. I'm about to go for my next match for TCGP. Yeah, there was this woman that was waiting outside, and she's like, "Excuse me, I know you're gonna go for your match, but are you a creator?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm a creator." So have you got any Murkrow pins? And I said, "No, right now I don't." It's like, "Oh, do you know if you'll be getting any later?" And I said, "I'll have to check for you." Blah blah blah. Later on, obviously, I'm going back to the front desk because they're like, "Oh, we've got more Murkrow pins. If you want to take them, you can give them out." And I was like, "Okay, fine." So I'm like, "Okay, I'm going to do a good deed. I'm going to go and find this individual who's waiting for their match, and I'll give it to him." And we had a nice conversation.
Yeah,
They were very cool. But then I was thinking to myself, "Oh my god." They're like, they said originally you're only limited to 10 pins a day. But then I think they understood how heavy in demand these pins were. Bro, one of the what are they? One of the people that was working at the desk, I'll just say, they gave me like 20 badges, bro. And I was like, wow, is this going to be enough? And then I had to go around and everyone's like, half of the badges were gone during TCG Pocket, bro. Because everyone that was facing me was like, "Oh my god, you got a creator badge?" I ended up getting some nice pins in return.
You know how much they were
by the time like Saturday
on eBay?
and Sunday came along, you were getting swarmed if you had the creator badge.
I was gone, bro. I
could not walk 20 steps without somebody being like, "Oh, you're a creator? Can I have a Murkrow pin?" I was like, "Oh, I had to hide
my pass. I literally just like put it in my shirt and just walked. I was like, it was too much because you have to keep getting stopped. Yeah. I'm going to find. You guys can keep talking.
It was a neat idea on paper, but definitely I think the execution could be tweaked.
The exclusivity started going nuts.
I liked it. I liked it
too, but I think there's got to be some sort of solution.
Look, it was so fun to collect. Oh no,
it was fun up until again. Sounds like that last. Everyone was like, "Yo, you got it. Yeah, hand them over."
I'm about to go on eBay right now and see if any of these Murkrow pins.
Let me tell you something about this pin rally. Yeah,
John, check the last sold. Find out how much it sold for during Anaheim.
All right, let me see.
Look, that's the one you get when you start. That's the one you get in the book.
The pins are going for $25 right now on eBay.
Now, check how much they were going for Anaheim.
During Anaheim,
it was ridiculous. You have to go back to last sold.
For $40. That's
this
crazy.
one was side events. This one I forgot. What was this one? Oh, play
That was
Pokemon.
yeah, when you register a Play Pokemon account.
I think someone just gave this one to me. This was Grand Festival Plaza Games. This one was creators, and this one was staff. It was so much fun.
I wasn't
really
invested
liked
in
it.
this pin
Looks
rally
sick.
at
I would
all,
almost.
but then-
That looks cool. I almost would want to put it like in like a bagged case
Yeah.
or something, bro.
Yeah, I just have it like here for the memories, you know. Like, but, like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
actually
yeah.
get
I got it on
curious.
my lanyard. Originally, I wasn't going to take part in this pin rally, but then I was like, right, this is actually looking like a fun side quest. And I managed to get all of them apart from the Pikachu one. And then I went to the front desk and I was like, hi, I've just got all the badges for all the pins. But
You
I'm
need
missing
help,
the
John? I'll
Pikachu on
find
the
it for you.
first
The
one.
most I'm looking at it right
It
now.
didn't have any.
Okay.
A
Yeah, go on.
complete set sold during Worlds for $190. And just the Murkrow pin sold for $72 during Worlds.
Holy!
We
For
have-
a
I see
pin!
what they were out.
For
I see
a
what a scalpers
pin,
were
bro.
out. They was getting the bag real quick.
And they still have not come down from like $20 to $30, which is still absurd for a pin. For something that should be like $5 max.
Which honestly, I'm not surprised about because I mean, with going to Disney so frequent, me and my fiance noticed just how exclusive like Disney pins are, and people go crazy. And those we sell for like sometimes $100 by themselves. So like, dude, it's insane.
It's wild.
pin game,
It's
who knew?
absolutely.
That pin rally was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I see.
I was going around everywhere looking for these pins, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to get them? Thankfully, everyone that came up to me and traded with me actually gave me the pins, because I didn't think I was going to be able to get the Pikachu
John,
pin, that last
I
one.
see. I see a set for $250 USD.
$250?
I see a set for $250.
I hope it never sells. That's
It's
ridiculous.
sold.
Bro.
It's sold.
No, it's
it's
completed. It's
sold.
completed listing.
It's sold.
Oh,
dang.
This is eBay.com too. It's USD.
Imagine
That's
like
crazy.
you and you went like a friend or significant other. They all both completed the full sets. Just got some money back. I guess that's like I don't condone it, but I guess people like that's a quick way to like get your money back
That's
a
what
little
that
bit
family
from.
was doing, bro. That's
Exactly.
From
They were
buying all
paying for their
that
plane
merch,
tickets
bro.
back to China.
Well, they're getting ready for the next year's badge. They don't have to pay anything now because they got all the
it's gonna be
pins.
so expensive to get a pass next year. Holy moly!
Uh,
Gonna be like at least $100 to get into Worlds next year. Wild.
To be honest, I heard that pricing because how much what was it this year if you were buying?
I don't know because I didn't buy Spectator.
I think it was
like
all
3
50,
days.
I think
50,
it-
60, something like that.
I'm,
thought it was-
to be
I thought it
honest
was
though,
80. Maybe.
I'm kind of surprised it's as low as it is.
me too.
Even
To be
that
fair-
though.
I mean,
To be fair, the
I'm surprised because it's
convention center that it was
it's Pokemon. It's like
Yeah.
a kid friendly thing. Like you know that you're aiming it at children. Like I don't know. I feel like $100 is so much to ask for a Pokemon convention.
I remember when I went to.
I don't
Worlds in
know because-
2022,
Me
and
neither.
it was £20, so that's like $25.
I think
Oh,
like
okay.
an average like convention to get into. I mean, I wouldn't pay more than $30 or $40. You know.
See,
I think
that's the
Comic-Con
thing,
is
right?
right.
So Comic-Con for like a Thursday ticket is like 85, right, on average.
And Comic-Con is kind of like the end all be all.
Yeah, that is San Diego Comic-Con. It is like the most expensive
Ah, okay.
Comic-Con. But even just kind of looking at that, right? It's it's that much, and that's just for one day. That's not all 3 days. That's one day. So, I mean, that's why I'm
What's
like
the
a little
weekend cost?
surprised it's that much.
A weekend
'Cause usually-
pass was like over 200, right?
I'm trying to see if they should make bundle pricing because they have it either they usually show like bundle pricing,
adult
but usually it's like
prices-
broken down.
Adult prices start at, so I'm assuming this is just the single day. Start at for one day $120 next year.
Yeah, GG.
And youth passes are $70.
I
Which is
think- I
still
think
like
the-
wow.
Am I stupid? Isn't the multi-day pass like 180?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's two versions. The multi pass is 180, or I think there's the Pidgey version, and then there's like the big version. I'll check the prices. hold on.
Interesting.
Yeah, this always should be bundled for multi passes. That kind of goes for any con you go to. So that way you just you're saving some money, practically only around like $20 to $30 if that. So
Oh, they've got rid of the prices because it's delayed. Oh no, hold on, stand by. Let me see.
Yeah, obviously the
Yeah,
passes
they
didn't
got
go
rid of-
on sale
they-
when they were supposed to. We're still
Yeah.
waiting to see when those will happen. I think they just
Oh,
they
no,
tried to
here
do
it is.
soon
Yeah.
after Worlds.
So you've got the multi-day pass. The Pidgey version is 120, or standard is
Pidgey?
150. Yeah, and then that includes like booster packs, a lanyard, and a pin.
Booster packs.
Yeah. Or you got the multi-day plus
gonna get
the
scalped.
arena experience, which is 180 for a standard, and then 150 for PG. PG prices are limited, but yeah, man. And then you get all the previous perks as well, and you get admission to the arena on Championship Sunday. But
So, speaking of the arena championship, I interrupted last time.
Apparently, if you
it's
want
fine.
the ticket to get into the stadium for the actual World Championships, it's an extra $30.
It's kind of worth it. That championship arena,
But the bulk of the price is the Pokemon XP. The championships will be relatively cheap.
yeah,
man, Pokemon is truly an esport, bro. The way I wasn't there for Unite, I really wish it, but the way like, oh my god, the way they had like the setup for TCG, like just the trading card game, like if you had Pokemon on your bench, it would reflect on the stadium itself, and like, so it was like if you move Pokemon in and out, it will move the stadium itself. I think it's better if we talk about VGC, if a Pokemon terrestrializes, the whole stadium terrestrializes. If someone gets burned, the whole stadium gets burned. It's like it reflects what's going on.
The Trick Room was the coolest effect. The Trick Room like coming out from
the Trick Room, that made it actually look
so
like
you kind of get immersed. It just builds that immersion.
It was very neat. It was a very neat finals.
I heard from everyone Unite was the best in terms of this, because I'm just like, there's so much going on. Their HP bars reflected onto the stadium too, apparently. So it's just like there's a lot going on, but it was so cool. Like, I would turn to John, we were actually like, we were so like, when the BGC matches were going on, we were like so invested, bro. The senior division, there's a new wolfing.
Can we let Kevin play in Masters next year, please?
Bro, this guy is
back to back.
insane.
Back to back world champion.
Yeah, back to back in two different divisions in juniors and
he was the junior
seniors.
champion, and then he won for seniors just now.
Yeah,
it was, and he made no misplay. He was.
I think he only lost one Pokemon during finals, and it was like an intentional sack. Like
he was.
Bro was locked in.
It was incredible to see him play. It was like, wow. You can really see the level of skill that you need for. It's not just luck. You need skill, and he demonstrated it. It was so crazy.
He made every correct call in the book. It was absolutely wild. I mean, you felt like you were witnessing cinema. Like, I'm watching the next Wolf Glick, the next Ray Rizzo. Like, I'm watching, like, a legend in the making here.
Hot take, I think it's already better than Wolfie. Like, I
no, we can't say that. We can't. Masters is a different breed. Masters is a different breed.
It is a different breed. It is a different breed. Yeah. But I feel like he'll get there, bro. I feel like, I don't know. He's like, it was crazy.
But the Masters division as well was incredible. I mean, shout out to the new world champion, the runner and the finalist as well. That was a very crazy game. Yeah, that was crazy.
That was a great finals
friends
all around.
They were both friends too. It was really sweet.
That's dope.
I had dinner with each other the night before, and they're like, "Right, bro, tomorrow we face each other." So, that arena was good. Man. I got lucky again. Hey, I got lucky again because before in the arena, I was in my final match for Pocket, and then I was like, "Oh, right, it's 6 o'clock now. I need to head over." And then the marshal was at the front saying, "You're not going to be able to get in. It's all packed out." And I said,
"Whoa. Careful when you stay here."
Well, he couldn't say I couldn't get in. But then, thankfully, I was able to get in. So, they were all cool with it at the end. But I thought I was going to miss out with the boys, man. I know.
Well, we got about 20 minutes left before we got to sign out for the night. So do you guys want to talk about some Demon Slayer? I know that's been a hot topic.
Well, we Demon Slayer, we can talk for like 10 minutes, bro. It's not going to take that long.
Okay.
So like let's ask. Sorry. Julia, do you have any questions?
I don't think I have any particular questions. I mean, all this has been sounding. You guys have told me some stuff in passing too. It all sounds like super sick. Again, really hoping I can go. I will say, like you mentioned, like the first day and the Pokemon Center. That just sounds awful. I hate like packed in stores. It is one of the I can't. It's one like even when we went to Japan and I was in the Pokemon Center. And we went to like the most popular one, dog. I was like,
it looked 10 times worse from the photos.
You know what the thing took. There are other things as well that made the like experience so tedious. Like it's hot, it's humid. Like me and man, we went to go to like the water fountain. That water fountain tasted terrible, bro. It was
all the water in California tastes like dust.
California,
reason.
It was
what's wrong with Californian water? I was talking because Gator's from California, and I'm like, bro, your water sucks.
They have like a
different
different pipeline they get it from or something, but it tastes like
weird.
dust.
It was
like straight
terrible.
dust.
I felt lime
were living on
scale.
bone
It was like
water.
I was drinking lime scale. It was absolutely terrible. I
We
remember
went
Zach
to
went,
the
he was
Indian
first to
restaurant.
go, and,
We went to
oh,
the Indian restaurant and we were like, "Oh, this is spicy food. We're gonna need that big jug of water." We couldn't even drink the water. We were like, "It's so bad."
we had to drink the Coke instead, bro. The Coke
Yeah, I was like, "Give me a
Oh my
Coke, give me a
God.
Coke." I was like, "I don't want one this close to bedtime, but like, it's better than this
This
dusty
is whatever.
ass water."
Nah, it's cool.
Oh,
Nah,
The-
okay.
The Indian restaurant and Zach's disrespect is a whole different story, bro. I was jeez, I was ready to fight him. I was so ready to
Hybrid
fight
trying to
him.
tell Zach like, "Bro, this is what you need to order at this Indian restaurant," and Zach's
No.
like, "I'm gonna use
He's like,
ChatGPT." He was like, I'm using ChatGPT to tell me, fuck you, Hybrid."
God, bro.
Oh
If anything,
my
this is Hybrid's one realm. Just let him have it, bro. Let him take it. Jesus, that sounds so good. I love Indian food.
And then
man.
he-
and then afterward, Zach was like, "Gotta be honest, Indian food, kind of mid." like he was IRL just rage baiting Hybrid. He was just rage baiting.
But I knew that one was rage bait. I knew that one.
It was so
Funny.
funny because like we're looking at the menu, and being a fellow Asian myself, I was like, "Raf, you're gonna get the food, yeah? You're gonna get spicy." I was like, "Of course I'm gonna get spicy, bro. I'm not like these other people. I can take the spice, and I love that stuff." And then everybody else is like, "Oh yeah, can I get it with rice? Can I get it with garlic naan? Can I get it with water?
Man,
Can I get it with
garlic
this?"
naan is a hit.
And then,
Garlic naan is a hit.
and then garlic naan, but like it was just so funny seeing like the different dynamics of people and the different spices.
Yeah, because we had a big old table too.
12, 14 people.
And we had
yeah.
there was those people on the other side of the restaurant, and they kept looking at us, and they kept looking at their phone, and they'd be like they knew who we were. They knew who we were, and they never came over and said anything. They were just sitting there looking at their phone, being like, "Whoa, that's them," and then they never came over.
Do you remember Steve from NYC when we went to the Nintendo store?
Mm-hmm.
He was the one guy. He was the one guy who was like, "Oh, you remember when we had the ZA reaction?" He's like, "Oh, I saw your reaction this morning."
I remember.
He was sitting with us. He came out. He was like,
Oh, it's sick.
We met him out in California, and we were like, we know you from somewhere. You look familiar. And he was like, "I saw you guys outside the Nintendo store in New York." And we're like, "Oh, that's right, you did."
I literally stood up.
What are you? He
I stood
reminded
up
us.
and I was
but
like, "What? No way!"
He was just sitting with us. He was in Dobbs. Airbnb came. It was like, it was so cool. And he's like, he does all this work. No, it's super sick. Yeah. There's so many other stories, guys. We can do a part 2 of this, to be honest.
Yeah,
Do we say Screw Demon Slayer? We say Screw Demon Slayer tonight.
I'm down. We can wait for Zach. There's like,
What else was there? There was
like, I want to give a shout out to Roger's Base. Roger's Base is probably like the nicest creator I've ever met. This guy is so inclusive. Like, he's actually he's so sweet, such a nice guy. Munching Orange, we also spent a lot of time with him. Munching Orange. Munching Orange.
What's up, everybody? It's
I can't believe after years of watching that man's channel, the first time I meet him, I am tipsy explaining NASCAR to him.
Oh my god!
Because he's like, "Yeah, I live in Chicago, and the race was there this last week, and it was pretty cool." And I'm like, "Dude, Shane Van Gisbergen, he annihilated the competition, like crazy race, crazy."
You need to understand. You need to understand. I don't remember what night this was. This was maybe like 3rd or 4th night, like of the whole event. We need dinner. We're all starving. It's late. It's like 9:30 or something.
We didn't get out of that restaurant until like 1 o'clock in the morning. It was late.
It was like we were waiting for like an hour for food. Sit down. We waited, and then like John immediately hit, like, you know how John's with alcohol.
He's quick. Yeah.
I was also exceedingly tired because I'm like, "Oh, it's 4 a.m. on the East Coast. I'm so cooked," you know. Like, I had been trying like to go to bed at like 9 o'clock every night, so like I wouldn't like ruin my sleep schedule.
Big point to make. His girlfriend Avery wasn't there for this one. She went out. She was in the hotel room, knocked out. So
Yeah.
John was going full force with the yap, and he had alcohol in his system. His girlfriend was not there. He was 14 people on
that
the
man
table.
Fully unleashed.
That man was unleashed.
And he's like, so explain NASCAR to me, man. What's so fun about NASCAR? And I'm like,
He opened the worms.
I'm like, dude, when they go to
Talladega.
Talladega, the cars are so fast that the draft holds them together. And there's 40 cars, they're all together like this, and they're going, they're going around really fast. And then one guy makes a mistake and he takes out the whole pack. There's a 20 car wreck. I'm showing him clips on my phone, and I'm like, watch this. Watch the 2012 Talladega 500, bro. Look at this last lap crash. Oh my god, it's insane. Everybody's cracking up. It was fun.
It was crazy because there's 14 people on the table, but everyone's just listening to John. It was just like John and Austin here on the side.
Makes
It was
sense.
like,
He's
this is
really
our first
into
dinner. Yeah, he's really into it. It's our first
Yeah.
time like sitting with Munching Orange, and he's just like, it was just, everyone just cracked up.
I could imagine. No, I could imagine.
Raph was on the other side of the table, and even he was John that we're all listening to.
Also, and the note of chill people, Dobbs. Dobbs is the chillest guy ever. I love Dobbs.
Yeah, Dobbs and Gator. Yeah.
Excited to meet both of them one day.
Dobbs,
Both of them,
he's the only person who calls me JP. You know, everyone else calls me John or JPR. He's the one who's like, oh, yo, JP. What's that stand for? John Pokemon? He wished me a happy birthday yesterday. You guys see his tweet?
Oh yeah, I saw
He
that.
tweeted at me and he said, happy birthday, John Pokemon.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he kept introducing me to everyone. He's like, have you met Hybrid here? Guy I've ever met.
He's so effortlessly funny. He's such a funny guy.
And he does smile as well. He's like, really? Oh, cool. Yeah.
He's always smiling. There's never a moment where Dobbs is not smiling.
Yeah.
Cool guy, man. No, that was fun, man. We had a lot of good food there as well. What else
The
did you
Cheesecake
try?
Factory. We had
Dude,
Yeah.
love the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, it was good.
the very last night we had a content call in the hot tub. John, Raph, Austin, and Gator. Austin is just
Man,
there,
that was
you know
so
what I mean?
bittersweet. Being like the hot tub closes at 9. We have like 45 minutes in here, and then we just get on the plane tomorrow. It was like zen and relaxing because it was like, oh, all the world stuff is finally over. We're done with our meet and greet. We're done with having to go to the arena. But it was like, damn,
Now I gotta go home.
This really is it, isn't it? Until next year. It was a very bittersweet moment.
It was a good time.
It felt like the ending of an anime. It felt like this is the end of the season, and all of our heroes are splitting up and going their separate paths.
Yeah. Meeting Gator was the coolest part about like that.
It was so.
Gator is
It was
so-
just so funny with the coincidences that he's like, oh, I'm staying in this hotel. I was like, no way. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna head back to my hotel. And I'm like, Gator, you're walking the same way as us. I was like, yeah, my hotel's over here. Bro's in the same hotel as us. And he's like, why didn't you say so? I was like, I didn't know you guys were here. And it was like, oh, it's just so wholesome, man.
He had this little shark drink. I don't know if you saw it, Jaleel. Like, he had
I think I saw like the
wow.
picture because you guys went to Outback, right? Was it or something like that? Yeah, I've seen those drinks before. It's like they have like a shot or something. You
Dude, don't get me started with Outback. This guy John was on my case. Freaking I hate this guy, bro. So all 6, it was Austin, John, Avery, Raph, Zach, and then Gator. And I was supposed to be there as well. They were all waiting for me out back. I had to finish some stuff. I had like my practices to do and everything. And then John was like, "Where the hell is this guy? This guy's
you
always
don't
late.
understand.
He's-
You don't understand, Jaleel. Okay, maybe you do understand because you were in New York with us. This guy hybrid is the slowest motherfucker ever. You can't go anywhere with him. He's like, hey, I gotta take a 20-minute shit, or I gotta do my meditation, or I'm going to Target and I'm browsing every single aisle in the store.
Okay, listen. What ended up happening? I was a little late. Okay, it wasn't that. By the time I got to I technically got to Outback, they only just started ordering food. Not even. I think they sat down or something, and I made it. But Zach was dying. I don't know if this part
we had to tell the waiter to go away 3 times.
Oh, you never told me that.
Yeah, bro.
No one told me that. No one told me that.
They tried to spare you, bro. Tried to spare you.
I made it to the Outback, but I took a detour to Target because Zach was dying. He had this game show coming up. He was nervous. There's so much going on. He was losing his voice. He wasn't talking because he wanted to contain his voice.
The game show in retrospect is so funny because there's so many times they just blatantly screw Zach over because he was winning so much. Like they had a thing, like had a production note, like we accidentally took away 2 of Zach the Sheep's points here instead of 1. Our bad. It's like you knew what you were doing because like every time they had an error, it was like at Zach's expense. You know, like they were trying to make the game as good as possible.
Yeah, but I took a detour to get this guy Halls and stuff. And I came back, and John was pissed. He was like, I really sat down. He was like, he was just cussing me out. And then
kind of like this podcast.
Avery had to defend me. I was saying, right, he was doing a good detour.
I'm like, you slow ass piece of shit. You're like, you can't go anywhere. You can't go anywhere without like slowing us down. Oh my god.
I was fine in NC. Come on, I was fine in North Carolina.
Yeah, because you had nowhere to go. You were with me the whole time. You had to go. You had to get in my car, and I was gonna leave you.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, is there anything else we're missing? I feel like. Go ahead, bro.
No, I was saying that was some good food in the end. It was worth
it
the
was.
wait.
It was.
It was worth the wait. What else we do? We had the gym sessions.
I didn't have the ice cream, but you guys didn't talk about how good the ice cream was.
The freaking
ice
good,
cream.
Bro. They were so good.
Was that at the event or was it like outside?
It was a place outside the event. It was like its own
Okay.
independent business, but like the line for this place every night would be like wrapped around the block, basically. Like
that's how you know it's good. That's how you know it's a banger.
But they had like 11 windows, so the line would go fast. Like you'd look at it and you'd be like, "That's a 2-hour line." And it would go by in like 10 minutes.
And there was still a line, which was crazy. Like,
it was a never-ending line. It was a never-ending line.
Wasn't this company owned by Joe's Pizza? Was it the same company?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it was just called Joe's, but it was a different Joe.
Oh man, there was like, I literally said like, this is midnight launch queue for GTA. It was a long queue.
In the event, do they have any like exclusive like snacks or really cool treats or anything? I think if I go, I would look for like really cool snacks.
They called it the Joe Lotti, and it was like a mix of like Italian ice and ice cream at the same time. Deadass, one of the greatest things I've ever had in my entire life. It was so good. If you're ever in Anaheim or Disneyland, you gotta go
Joe's
to Joe's.
Italian Ice.
Yeah, go to Joe's Italian
Ice. Oh, it looks good.
Yeah.
Exclusive snacks, Jaleel, for creators. They got. I think you might have posted.
Oh my god, you took the bag.
Yeah, they gave it to me.
You took the bag?
They gave it to me. They gave it to me. They knew I was feeding for the chocolate.
I was getting banned from Worlds next year, bro.
No, I took one bag, bro. I
scalping chocolate. You're scalping chocolate.
Okay, so
guys.
So now here's my thing, right? This is why I'm a little bit like on this. Are they shaped like Pokemon, or are these regular Hershey Kisses in a Pokemon style bag?
Yeah,
I think it's regular.
Whack.
Yeah.
Whack.
Hey, tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop.
Oh, stop.
I got Kangaskhan. Oh snap! You can't see it.
That's so weird, but I'm here for it. It's so blurry.
Kangaskhan.
Oh, it is a Kangaskhan.
Okay.
They put a PNG on it and called it collaboration. That's so weird.
Hey,
That's
fun.
crazy, bro. I feel like there'd be like really cool ways, like have like really cool like donuts or like just like I feel like that. This is just the time to do it, right? And then, bro, that would probably be my content is like just trying all the snacks at Worlds, bro. Like all the exclusive snacks. That's probably what I would do, honestly.
Man, this is like
for creators. Ironically,
we didn't talk about the creator lounge, guys. We kind of have to talk about it a little bit before.
And they gave us free food. That was nice.
Free food. The food was actually good.
It was always good.
We discovered who's chill and who's not, but we're not allowed to talk about that on the podcast.
Yeah, don't say that. Don't say that.
Hey, okay. To be fair, 99% of people.
99% of people who we met were really nice.
Yeah, really cool.
But then there's that 1% that's like, don't talk to me.
Yo, I went up to V and just started talking to her about. Oh, I should. I just started.
Oh, he cut
out.
He cut out
hard.
Never know what he's gonna say.
Oh, really? Expedition 33. I was talking about Expedition.
Oh, you're talking about Expedition 33?
With V? Yeah, it was really
that game is great.
That's what would probably be like more entertaining for me. It's like as much as like, you know, we're there for Pokemon talk. Being able to talk about some of the interest outside of Pokemon, bro, and just like see where we connect. That's where I would want to really have those conversations.
I was speaking to Leonhard. He was very, very nice.
Leonhard's super nice. He gave everyone like free Pokemon cards.
Yeah, he was absolutely incredible.
Dang.
See, that's what's funny about Dobbs. Dobbs will like. He will find random like reels of NASCAR and he'll send them to me through Discord, and he'll be like, explain what's happening to me like I'm 5 years old. Like, like you said, you're like the dude who was riding the wall a couple years ago.
I just remembered when we were in the creator lounge. He was like, "Hey, have you guys got like connection or Wi-Fi?" Because he had his MacBook there and he was trying to edit something. And obviously, being the IT guy, I was like, "Yeah, man, sure, I help you to connect." He was like, "Oh, thanks, bro. Yeah, I helped you connect to the Wi-Fi." It was just such a funny moment because it was just like he's trying to get on with everything he's trying to do, and he needed that IT.
Yeah.
He's a funny guy.
But it was really cool. They had a bunch of snacks for us. They had like chocolate and like
every
other
time I
stuff too.
finished, because we all disbanded throughout the event, like some of us were watching different events. I was at the side event. Hybrid was doing his bits and bobs as well, and Zach obviously was roaming as well. We're like, right, guys, where you at? Oh, I'm just here. I was like, right, is it time for lunch now? Yeah, it's time for lunch. All right, I'll meet you in the creator lunch. Go up to
Lunch is the only time where I feel like we decided to meet up. Besides that, we were all doing different things.
Yeah, we weren't like super around each other like all the time, other than like Sunday when we had like finals.
I think
and all that.
That's cool though, because then like again having all the side events and different things to do, you guys can break. I mean, that's kind of like the perk of being a Pokemon fan. There's so many aspects of the franchise that you can break. Oh, hey, I want to go play TCG Pocket. I want to go play cards. I want to go look at Unite stuff, and you can go do that and then still come back and like, all right, cool, we can do this.
Man, I was an idiot. I like double booked Unite and TCG for side events. So I was running back and forth between them.
So I was curious, how did the side events for Unite work? Because like obviously they're all team based. So do you just play with like whoever's there?
Randoms. So they had different challenges. Like one was like a first partner Pokemon challenge where let's say there's like 20 people or 40 people pulled together. You break up into teams of 5 randomly, like it's given to you, and then now you're playing draft. And it's like Team Espeon versus like Team Venusaur or something. And then, you get to go back and forth. There's like 13 starter there. You get to go back and forth, and each team has to have one of the 13. Like, you get 10 Pokemon, and like it's if I pick Pikachu, next team none of the other 9 players
choose
can pick
Pikachu. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. It's like
that's
that.
Cool.
So
that's sick. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But there was like the evolution one. It wasn't draft. It was like all on every team. Everyone's just playing all 5 evolutions because like it's just Sylveon, Glaceon, Leafeon, Umbreon, Espeon. That one was tough. Like it was tough. Yeah. But it was really the way it was. Unite had some technical difficulties, but it was really fun. Like Unite actually, Julio. Like when you go there, it might, in terms of numbers, it might not be like the biggest, but in terms of hype and the sound, like people are screaming for Unite. Like it is.
I can
scream watching Pokemon Go too, bro. Pokemon Go crowd is so loud.
That was crazy. That's insane.
Unite is insane at Worlds. I'm like, bro, it got me.
I watched it before as well at EUIC, and I was like, wow, the atmosphere is incredible, honestly.
Yeah.
Overall, really, really cool event. I hope we get to do it again next year. But we have crossed our time for tonight. So Pokemon Worlds was super, super fun. Hope to see you guys there next year. If there's a meet and greet, we will let you guys know again. Be sure to leave a like on this video. If you enjoyed, watch Zach's video whenever that drops. That's going to be some banger content. Also, subscribe to Rocket Radio. We're almost at 10K subscribers. So,
finally,
10K.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So close.
Where do you hit that?
And
that
of
next
course,
digit?
be sure to follow us on Twitter for all updates as well.
That's right. Raph is man the Twitter, giving us all the updates. So yeah. Thank you guys so much. Have a good night.
Bye.